Welcome everybody to another episode of Gorilla Gospel. We're gonna go into the book of James, and we in James 2 right here, where we about to talk about favoritism. There's a lot of that going on, whether it's at your job or it's with your parents or it's with your kids or whatever. Favoritism is a very big deal, and let's just get into it right quick. It says in chapter 2, my brother, show no partiality, which means favoritism, in a way, as you hold the faith in our Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory. For if a man wearing a gold ring and fine clothing comes into your assembly, and a poor man is shady clothed and also comes in, and if you pay attention to the one who wears the fine clothes and say, you sit here and in a good place, while you say to the poor man, you stand over there, or sit down at my feet, which means on the floor. Have you not then made uh, this this connection, something like that? I can't really pronounce that. Distinctions among yourselves, and become judges with evil thoughts. Listen, my beloved brothers. Has not God chosen those who are poor in the world to be rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom, which he has promised to those who love him? But you have dishonored the poor man. Are not the rich the ones who oppress you, and the ones who drag you into court? Are they not the ones who blaspheme the honorable name by which you were called? Which means, they call you all type of stuff, if you ain't rich. But anyways, we're gonna get into this. And you'll find if you read the whole chapter 2 that uh our brother here he's pointing out how righteousness, all sinners can do the work of God. If you read chapter 2 all the way to the bottom, I'm gonna just go ahead and do it for you. It was your girl. She was a prostitute. You dig? She was a prostitute, and her name was Rahab. And Rahab the prostitute justified by works when she received the messenger and sent them out by another way. I did that in another part. And this is where they wanted to kill a messenger of God in this little town that he was going to try to help it out by telling them to do right and everything or whatever, right? And this prostitute who had to do what she had to do to get by to eat, she helped the dude. Nobody up in that town believed in God. But this woman had faith and did work, even though she was a prostitute. And this is where we separate ourselves. Now, in James 2, he's talking about the preacher here. This whole Bible literally talks about the preacher. This whole Bible. Okay? But there's a lot of things that preachers are supposed to set themselves aside to of doing from this world that most of our brothers and sisters are doing. And not saying that it's not a time and a place for everything, but for a preacher, there's damn near no time or place for a preacher to be involved with anything that the brothers and sisters of the world are involved in. There's gonna be war, yep. There's gonna be this, there's gonna be that, and all that stuff until the time that Jesus Christ come back and all shall cease. But the deal of the matter is this man is showing favoritism to a richer dude with a gold ring and all his other stuff, high clothes and all that type of stuff and everything. And he telling the poor dude, you did basically You ain't worth sitting on a chair. You can sit on the floor right here by me. You know? And I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, people people like to flatter people. That's good. Go ahead, flatter. But don't mistreat somebody in the process of it. Don't show off. You mean, you wouldn't want nobody to do that to you. I mean, he could have simply said, "Hey, man, that's a nice ring, man. There's some nice threads, bro. Come have a seat over here, man. You got a seat right there, bro." Cause we entertain our guests or whatever. But that don't mean to take it out and crush this dude. You know, I mean, I live in this house and I love it. I'm putting it together as much as I can, and that's cool. There's a lot of people around here that knows that I'm living in the dark. They know I was freezing in here. There's a lot of people around here that knows how to help get things done, especially when the fact is that I got a family I'm trying to bring here, and I have reached out to a whole lot of people that's supposed to have programs to help me. I've been doing this. I've been reaching out since I bought the house. I was supposed to get first home ownership loan and all that type of stuff. A lot of people have seriously bugged me out. A lot of people, and that's okay, you know. But I got the paperwork on them. But I mean, you call yourself a friend, you call yourself a preacher, but he's saying that faith without work is dead. And so, I didn't went to a lot of churches, bro. And I explained to him that I'm trying to get a job. I'm not really looking for no handout. I'm trying to get and keep a job where I can support my family and build my house. And I got nowhere. Deaf ears. No works. No works at all. I'm telling them about how the people fire me for no reason here and there. I'm telling them how the people is taking my money for no reason from Social Security. I'm telling the preacher, I'm telling the judges, I'm telling people of authority, everything. I'm trying to seek lawyers and all that stuff. And these are people who all left me in the dark, left me in the cold. I'm now in the heat. And I'm still going. I'm going until there's no breath in me. Because, faith without works is dead. I have faith in God myself. And so I'm gonna work as much as I can. But when it comes to going to people who are supposed to be of the law of God and everything, there's people that take advantage of them. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that takes bad advantage of God's people and his works. And they're not supposed to allow themselves to get taken advantage of, for number one. All right? If you can't see that this person is not bearing no good fruit, it says in the Bible, you need to cast him away into the fire. That's when it comes to a preacher or a sinner, whichever one. Don't come to me as a preacher and ask me to help you when you're not trying to put in work yourself, because that's just wrong. But if there's no opportunity for you to get nothing done, then I could see me giving you a jacket and clothe yourself and all that type of stuff like that. But here you are, you know, these preachers out here, man. I mean, they see they see a person struggling. I mean, come on, man. I've been up in this house since 2010, and I had to leave because I wasn't getting nowhere. And then a lot of situations went bad where I had to leave. But I come back and I put my foot forward. You know what they do? They send letters to me about nonsense, about a lot of nonsense. But here I am. I'm robbed out of $20,000 through my bank. I'm robbed out of $15,000 from Social Security. I'm robbed out of my children. I'm robbed out of the support that I'm supposed to get from going through programs and everything to better my life, and they leave me out in the cold. And everything. I went through all type of trainings. Everything I did, I did everything I'm supposed to do as my fate and work comes together. When you come across this type of situation in cities such as mine that I'm in, understand that those are people without faith. They have a lot of work now, but those are people without faith. And therefore you have to basically put your own faith and work in process the best you know how and get the job done. And that's where the prostitute comes in at. I could see why a person would prostitute themselves. Look at the condition that I'm in. I mean, if you take in consideration that this house been built in 1895, you will see that it's holding up real good. And I had got a lot of work done, a lot. And she nice, you know. I did all this. It was way worse in here. It was way worse, and I got a lot to go. But they want to try to put. They want to try to put. I bought tools. You know what I'm saying? I got the tools to do my work and everything. That's what to do the tuck point back here. But they want to put notices on my door about an inspection. Now here they've been knowing that I've been living back here. They know I've been living in here like this. And they know that I've been trying to get help. You know, I did this. I put up the support beam and all that type of stuff. I'm putting my work in with my feet. This is all my other equipment and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I spent about $3,500, $4,000 on my equipment. I bought those doors. I put them up. I know how to do all my own work. Keeping a job is what my only problem was. Social Security was robbing me every chance they got. Leaving me on the cold. I got to do the tuck point on this wall before it all falls in on me. And I know how to do all my work. I'm not begging nobody. I'm not crying either. I'm just trying to figure out how we have so many people around here that call themselves Christians or brothers or whatever, sisters and everything. And not one person can say, hey, I know some people who work at such and such that helps people with finances to help fix a roof or help fix a floor or help with your plumbing or anything like that. It's not really much to do this. You got Habitat of Humane people, all that stuff. I didn't went everywhere. And I tried to show them that, hey man, I got faith in myself and I would do the work too. Help me get a job. I mean, I went out there and tried to get a job my doggone self, and the only thing they could do is fire me. For the last 7 years, I had, I think, 2 or 3 jobs that I didn't keep no more than a month. This last job I managed to keep almost 6 months before they fired me for some cock and picking story. And I'm like, okay, this is what's happening. Now they about to try to fix the law that stops them from firing you for no reason. See that law, that right to work law, is slavery in the making. They can hire you and fire you for anything. I keep preaching about that. They now about to start trying to do something about this. This is what keeps brothers on the corner shooting each other up, picking up drug money and stuff like that because they got mouths to feed. You think it's not serious? Well, look how I'm living. It's hot in here, man. I got a screen up here to stop the mosquitoes from coming in and everything. And I mean, just picture a baby living in this kind of condition. And you're supposed to be a man. You won't go pick up a gun? You won't go pick up no drugs? If everybody in your community know that you was trying, and I've been in here 1.5 years like this. So that's guerrilla gospel, man. Put some work with your faith, one.